Hello, everybody. I'm wearing, this is my dude outfit. It's early Halloween. I need a nice rug to lay on. But, this is what I'm working with now. You Streamlabs experts, tell me, is there like a limiter or a compressor in this thing where I can just make it loud and not have to worry about it anymore? I don't know. See, my background looks okay. This looks a little sketch. It's just some antibiotics from when I was sick. Nothing that interesting. Dad lifestyle eliminates such things. How are you, sweet girl?
Good.
I like your Sonic shirt. I'm gonna stream for a while and play this game. Let's see if I can set it up here.
Which game?
Beyond all reason. I got it paused. Let's put this up here. I'm trying to show them. I thought the idea for this stream would be, if I didn't have any other job, this is what I would do every day. I'd probably start out with a nice game, stream it just so it feels like work somehow. I don't know where to put my camera. Maybe up here? What do you think? That's probably the best. Yeah. Okay. So, I think my levels are okay. For my audio. See, it's kind of in the red. I'm going to move this back here. Okay. Now, I normally listen to whatever's interesting on YouTube on my phone. And
How much are money prices on your phone?
There are money prices on my phone. We're going for that monad. Hopefully this is a cup and handle, Molly.
Why do you want it to be a cup?
I'm going to have you a professional trader by the age of 12. All right, you'll call you JR.
What does JR mean?
JR was a book about a 12-year-old that made hundreds of millions of dollars trading the stock market.
How is
It's the American dream. Okay, so let's see here. We need to figure out how to add a web capture, like a browser here. So let's see. Let's add source, and we're gonna add browser source. Let's try that. Okay. Add source. We're gonna call it browser source. That'll work, I guess. I have to type in the URL. That seems so not fun. I don't want to do that.
What's a URL?
It's the name for when you go to a website. It's what you type in that makes it work.
What?
Let's see how. Oh, this is still okay. It's keeping me in the yellow. Let's see if I got motive open. Hello? Yes, I do. I think I'm okay. It's keeping me around -12.
Why do you keep going?
Well, that's a good, if you're recording, that's a good audio level, but not really for streaming. For streaming, you want to try to max it out to around 0 or -1. And I don't know how to do that. This auto one just keeps it. I guess I could turn off auto. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll figure it out later. Let's do. No, I don't want this.
And that's not good.
No, let's remove, rename, remove. Yes. And I just want to add to my game. I want to add the browser I would use, like this. Maybe just like that. and then go to YouTube and start playing what I want to play. History. Let's find it. I was listening to this guy.
That's so steps.
Okay. Yeah, she needs her headphones, huh?
I'll go sit her.
I don't know. This is one of the things about you almost got to have a dedicated room to stream, or you're going to have to make your kids wear headphones all the time while they watch their shows, which seems kind of ridiculous. But that is what I bought them for. They're kind of cool. They plug into the TV and they just work. Okay. Let's see. Where am I at? I know before you have kids, you're like, my kids will never watch TV. They'll read books. And it's like, then you have kids and you're like, okay. All right. Sure. Let's see what else I can do. Can I add a window capture? Maybe that would work better. Capture a window. Okay. Do I already have window capture on here? No. So let's add window capture. Add source. And then try to configure it. Tyler McConnell creating propaganda. How is that? Capture audio.
I don't know where the card is.
It's over there. I've never seen this before. The real reason. Maybe that's it. Let's try that. You can capture audio from it. Maybe. Let's make it real small. Just like right here. Don't overthink it, just do it. We'll put it right there. Make it like that. That's okay. And now I need some headphones. So this doesn't feed back into the microphone. And I've been needing to buy another pair of headphones because if I'm going to do gaming on this computer and like tutorials on this computer, moving the headphones back and forth, I'm trying to eliminate any ability to just not do this, to hit the button and do it. You know, wearing a bathrobe, shouldn't do it. There's a guy that has like 1 million subs. What's the guy that plays all the cool synths in his bathrobe? The dude abides in his bathrobe. Who cares? Who cares? Don't watch it. No one's watching this. No one cares. So I'm gonna go find those headphones and I'll be right back. See if we can figure this out. But yeah, this will be the start to my perfect day. Self-employed days. I'm gonna, until the coffee kicks in, I'm gonna play games. Keep it hot. How's your headphones? Your headphones? Oh, sweetie. Okay. Oh. Let's plug this in the back so I can hear it. What are these headphones? Oh, I can hear myself. It's kind of a weird feedback. Shure SRH 440. Let's see if I can see it if I make it full screen. Right here. Man, this camera is not good. Gotta get a better one. SRH 440. I got completely spoiled with Apple's continuity camera because it's so good with your iPhone. It's amazing. And no webcam unless you get like a $1,000 camera setup. It's just never gonna match it. Apple, you figure stuff out. How do you do it? Anyway, I'm gonna buy another pair of these today to just leave in here. Okay, so let's go back over here and let's see. Yo, Buddha Love 16, what up? I'm gonna try to set this up on desktop 2. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, let's move this down to desktop 1. Maybe I have 3 desktops. Ooh, getting crazy. Let's put the game on desktop 3. Let's figure that out. 3 monitors would be ideal, but that's, we'll get there one day. I probably have them laying around. I just gotta go drag them to the appropriate place. Okay, game on 3. We'll put Streamlabs on 2. First time coming in, you on my recommend, Buddha Love. I'm playing my favorite game, dude. This game is called Beyond All Reason. It is a remake of a game. I'm a 38-year-old English teacher, aspiring YouTube personality. I mainly do politics, but I like to play games too, and I play games a lot, so I was like, I may as well stream these on here. Make audiobooks and stuff. But when I was a kid, man, I used to wake up on the weekend and play Total Annihilation. It's kind of like Command and Conquer or Age of Empires. And as time went on, it turned out that people love Total Annihilation in the RTS community. It is a classic to the point where these guys have made it. They've made it for free. There's lots of remakes of Total Annihilation, but I think this is the best one. Is Beyond All Reason, and I'm about to play it. You know what? I was trying to get this browser thing set up. Age of Empires was awesome. That's my brother's favorite. He's like, I'm farming, dude. He doesn't like that you got to build the, you know, since you're here, I can't really see the chat. I got to figure out how to put the chat on my screen so I can see it. There's got to be a way. Maybe we could do that. Let's work on that right now. Let's go to sources. Maybe if I just, is there a way to pop this out? Oh, there's got to be a way to just put it on the screen. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. Chat box. Display chatters on screen. Display your chat on stream. YouTube chat. Okay. Hey, that looks cool. Add source. Chat box. And then we got does this just work? It may just work. That would be cool. Where's it at? Over here? I've never played Vampire Massacred. Sounds too scary for me, dude. Look, it works, man. You're on the screen. Oh, this is cool. Hang on. That was my favorite on PC as a kid. I'll have to look that up. That looks like a good spot for it. That'll work. If I make it like lower, it makes it smaller. Let's put it, maybe put it right here. That'll work. Be a bunch of stuff on the screen, but that's okay. This is cool, man. Thanks for dropping by. It makes it more exciting. Makes it more exciting. I got to put the chat. We'll put the chat on here too. Let's add chat box, add source, and then we'll put it like, put it right there. I tried stretching this video so it fills the frame. I just think it looks kind of weird. Stretch to screen, that looks kind of weird. Fit to screen, transform, fit to screen. It's already fit to screen. So let's make sure this is on. Yeah. Was it not showing up on this one? There it is. Vampire Masquerade. That's cool, dude. I think that works okay right there. All right, cool. All right, let's go back to the game. I still can't. You'll be able to see it when I'm playing the game. I gotta get a second monitor so I can have this over here. I have one downstairs. For now, I'm just gonna watch this stream on my phone since you're actually here and I'm gonna talk to you.
You on my computer?
I don't think I could set it up as a monitor, baby.
Oh, I thought you meant like
Well, I just need, like, here you can switch from one monitor to like one like this, but I can't see what he's saying while I'm playing the game. Does that make sense? You can only see it on the stream, but if I put it on my phone here, I can see it. It doesn't say I'm live though. I gotta be live. Yeah, I'm live. There I am. Dude, ADIDES Lifestyle Achieved. There we go. Okay. How do I watch it? It says I'm not live, but you're chatting to me, so how am I not live?
Is it a lie?
Is it a lie? It might be a lie. Come on, man. I don't know. You are. It shows you're live. On YouTube. I'm gotta be on YouTube. Let's restart this app. See. That's so weird. It doesn't show I'm live on my own channel. There we go. Restart this app. See. There we go. Now I can see your chat, dude. Cool. Yeah, of course. Obvious. All right, I'll keep it here so I can talk to you. And I'm going to shut up and play this game a little bit. We'll see if it works okay. All right. I was going to listen to this. Let's see if I will. I think I will do that just to see. I was trying out if that worked or not. I was listening to this show.
Same here.
I was playing it through the TV.
Yeah, the hard way, man.
I don't want it to play it through the TV. I want it to play it through my headphones. Okay. You want some K-pop? Let's see. I don't know exactly what that means. All right, let's see if that works. Maybe this.
Many times, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I hear myself.
And so then I went to the next part, and I hope this is interesting because I think all these lessons will layer on into where we are today.
Absolutely.
But this is all my experiential learning, and it's I've never unpacked it like this. This is what you tend to do, Eric, when you're
Keep going.
So the next part of the journey, so created a company, understood about monetary reform, the financial crisis happens. And so I was telling everyone about how banks create money and it's a Ponzi scheme. You know, I called it a debt-based Ponzi scheme. You know, the only way to fix this Ponzi scheme is to not fix it and roll over the debt. And so debt has to go up forever.
Hang on. It's capturing from the source. I figured it out. It's capturing from the source and it's capturing all of my desktop audio. I bet that's what's going on. So let's take off capture audio. And why is it not there anymore? Should be there. Oh, I got that. That's cool. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, there's an echo. I'm gonna try to fix it. I really like the chat being over here. I don't know why. I'm just used to it that way. Okay. All right, now let me try it. See what this sounds like.
Got invited into TEDx talks. I did a couple of TEDx talks and, you know, various other things. But when the crisis hit, I went from 30 people in a room with somebody that wanted to chuck me out of the room to 300 people in the room.
Pause this.
And people really listening and actually really, you know, bringing it in. And so, you know, that was
funny how pain builds curiosity. It always does.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so now people were willing to listen to the lesson. All right, what blew up the banks? Now we got a completely different story of what blew up the banks, but everyone was.
I think I can adjust it on the YouTube tab. Let's see.
Structurally wrong with this system. And I went and spoke. At this point, I started documenting the whole journey. So on my YouTube channel.
Okay. So now can I listen to it? Is my voice still louder than it?
London in the tent with all the, you know, purple-haired hippies that were trying to take down Wall Street and not have Lehman Brothers bailed out and stuff. And
oh, now we're getting feedback. Oh well. I'll do that later. But since I got somebody to chat with, I'll talk to you. Okay, let's play the game. All right. You ready, Molly? Feedback. Oh well. I'll do that later. Turn this down. Since I got somebody to chat. Okay, here we go.
Battle resumed.
So I'm trying. Where's my mouse? It disappeared. Oh no, this isn't good.
Where's the commander all the way over there?
I don't know, but I can't see my mouse. That's not good. Almost unplayable.
Battle.
Pause. Going to ask. Why can't I see my mouse?
Shouldn't I be?
In beyond all reason.
Shouldn't I be capitalized?
It should, but I'm in a hurry.
Oh.
Video options screen mode. Okay. How do I even... Oh, man, streaming is so hard. It's just like... everything goes wrong. I don't know how they get it to work. Window, let's try that. Window. Now it came back with the window. What if I go full screen? Will it disappear? Yes. Why would you do that? Borderless? Like, I thought it would work, and then it did not. Windowed. I guess we gotta play in windowed. Ugh.
This like not a top.
Yeah, you could just ignore the top. Why does it disappear in full screen? That's the question.
Well, it doesn't usually do it.
Tell me how to force it. Locate the settings file. I'm not doing that. We're just playing in Windows mode. Let's see. How's it look on here? Is it still streaming? I don't even know if I'm still streaming. Yeah, I am. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. Play.
Battle resumed.
I got lots of these guys. Let's have them bring people back to life. Like right here. And let's have my commander.
Fight started.
No, I've been playing for a little while. Big laser tower up there. I don't know if I'll do very good on this one, honestly. I've been very all over the place.
And then your commander. He's close to like a red guy.
So many issues can mess up a good play. Yeah. Do you stream too? Go to channel. Cool. I'll sub to you. Waiting on the soon return of Jesus. Amen to that. Looks like you got one stream. Updates on news with Ukraine, Russia, China, and America. That's stuff like I do, so. Let's help our... Oh no. They're coming in.
You are overflowing metal.
I'm overflowing metal. That's a good problem to have.
Your commander's somewhere.
Let's build 25 of those. Help them out. Uh-oh. This guy thinks he's building a... You're gonna build one of those? No, you're not.
Commander under attack.
You're not building that. Get back, dude. Okay. Send this guy to heal him. And let's send these guys to blow up all this. Uh-oh. Maybe they should help down here first.
They don't belong there.
Let's build a radar up here first.
They don't belong here.
Man, this guy needs my help bad. Help him out. You guys need to build more. Let's build some energy converters.
They're gone. No one's still there. How is yellow building stuff right there? How is he building right there?
These guys need to get back. Brother, what are you doing? Ugh. Not well.
How is yellow building right there?
My guy's down here too. Ugh. Can I go down? It's windowed mode. A bunch of them died.
Aircraft detected.
Uh-oh. We need to take Why can't I go down? It doesn't make sense. I gotta use the arrow keys. I never have to do that any other time. But we'll get it figured out. Play and learn. That's why I went live, because I was like, if I don't go live,
Radar
I'm just
lost.
never gonna figure this out. This guy. Kill that. Make this. We need a whole bunch of these guys to start building these. Come on, man. Oh, Molly, this is just awful. Can't go down. See, it just pops up the taskbar. These
Does
guys.
that happen on full screen?
Uh-oh. I don't think so. On full screen it'll work, but then my cursor disappears.
How is that unplayable?
What do you mean? Yeah, I hope you get a decent computer too, so you can stream more. The person watching us. It's kind of weird. As you get older, you have money to get the things you want, but you don't have as much time to do them. But that's kind of a lie. You'll have time and money, and then $1,000 computers. Like, you're like, that's not that crazy. Especially if you can have a hope of monetizing it, then you can kind of spin it like, oh, this is my job now. Ugh, the yellow is building up big time. Okay. Let's see if I can start bringing these guys back and kind of turn the tide a little bit with some free units. Oh, they're with my revive people. Let's have this guy repair and this guy repair. And build an anti-air. Come on.
Commander under attack.
All right. Tried to make it my job during COVID because of the layoffs, but didn't happen. I get it. It's a tough gig, you know? I think it's just kind of like, to me, that's part of the reason I do it, is just to kind of like inspire people that don't think they can do it. Like my whole channel, and I make shorts every day, mainly just to keep me in the game. But where is that guy? These long time, where are they coming from? Get him. But just to inspire other people.
You are overflowing metal.
Best part of getting older is the less you care about things. You don't care what people think. You don't care if you're successful. It's mainly like, did I try? If you try, you feel good about yourself. If you didn't try, you feel bad about yourself. And so this is me trying in my bathrobe. I need more of these guys. Yes, bring these back. Bring these all back. Oh, man. Come on.
The whole team is wasting metal.
I need a vehicle. This is driving me crazy that I can't go down with the mouse. But if I'm in full screen, then I can't see. I can't see my game. Crazy. Okay. Full screen, and my mouse disappears. Will it do that if I put it on? Let me see. If I put it on a different screen. If I put it on desktop 1. Yep, it's still gone. Soph, what are you doing?
My
So keep on desktop 3, I guess.
Oh. What are you doing?
I don't know why it's doing that. It's never done that before.
Get sick on my feet if you don't come closer. What is this? If you don't play with me, then you don't get big.
Full screen.
Yeah, still good to play.
What if I change the graphics quality? Would that fix it? I don't know. Full screen.
Chair.
This is a cursed stream. It's just cursed. Let's try to win real quick and just call it a day.
That's how it ends.
Why are you guys just dying? Don't do that. You guys all need to like help them out.
That's why would they just die on purpose?
I don't know.
I've never seen anyone die on purpose.
They just walk right into fire, like unless you tell them different. Ugh, now all my res units are gone. Walk up to this artillery unit, see.
You are overflowing metal. Commander under attack.
Try to decon this laser tower before I die. I may die.
Commander taking heavy damage.
I'm gonna die. Maybe not.
Needs to heal you.
Let's have these guys heal me.
I don't think your bots are as important as yourself.
Oh man. Let's make a vehicle plant. These bots die too easy. See if he can repair. Not being able to go down is destroying this game. Yeah, do chores, man. You don't have to stay here. My friend. I appreciate you stopping by, though. Oh, we are getting hit with
Commander
artillery.
under attack.
I'm gonna send in these people to deal with them. Wherever this artillery is coming from.
Unit lost.
Who's actually? I didn't know that you learned that at school.
Friendly commander.
Why can I wear my
destroyed.
bathrobe at school?
Warning.
Why
They
did
do
you-
some days on.
Commander of your team.
I've wore this to school on.
You are overflowing metal.
What's it called?
The whole
Pajama
team is
day, yeah.
wasting metal.
It's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny, isn't it? Ah. I feel very handicapped in this game. Very handicapped. Yeah, because I'm not, the way I play is not working. It's like playing left-handed or something. Because it won't let me go down. It pops up this bar.
I'm
And
right-handed.
I am too.
Isn't there one of us that, I think there's like two of us. Something about a bike.
Something about a bike. Appears they've destroyed my friend. So
You are overflowing metal.
That's bad.
I'm gonna go to just
Low
level
power.
2 vehicles. That's what I know best. Let's do it. Hopefully it'll save us from dying. Put it right here. Can't see
Metal
these
Extractor
This
lost.
is not good.
I don't know who's in a safer place.
Well, if I die, I don't really feel like it is my fault because
It's your bot's fault.
the window,
The bots.
the inability to go down with my mouse is driving me insane. And these guys are going to destroy my base.
Base under attack.
Send them all back to defend the base, I guess.
Why is the commander going on? Oh yeah, he's got it too. What are those healers doing?
Why they don't bring them back to all the way?
They usually go. What is this sense? What's going on? Is there something wrong with doing it live streaming?
It's messed up a lot of things.
How did it mess up?
There's just multiple. I don't know. It's a computer. It's like if I tell you to pat your head and what were you doing yesterday where you said you could do all the things at once. The more things you try to do, the harder it gets. You know what I mean?
If you put your legs, if you try to put both of your legs to your head, you're basically sitting.
Yeah. Send these guys.
Base under attack.
Where's all our metal? Did they? I guess they. Is that what they did?
Yes,
They blew up a bunch of our metal extractors.
that's not good.
It's not good, no.
How does Red have so many bots? How does Red have so many bots? Just have to say.
I'm gonna put one like right there. It'll help a lot.
Dad, you see how many bots Red has?
Has a lot, huh?
It might not be bots, it might be like airplanes or something. Oh, it's
I do have these
they're
guys.
mostly airplanes. Yeah, like airplanes.
Let's clear this down below.
Radar lost.
Ugh. Having that hill is very useful. I'm gonna try to take that like that. See what happens. You need to do this. Oh, is it because they blew up our wind things?
What?
Let's make some more wind
Radar
things.
lost.
Oh no, that is not good.
Why are they opening and closing?
Opening and closing what, sweetie?
Your base.
Opening and closing my base. I'm not sure what you mean.
No. Half shit.
You dummies.
Yeah, they're like a half circle.
Half circle things. They're eating up my bots, that's for sure. Artillery unit. Ugh. Short metal. That is the big reclaim. I got 2 of those now. Need another radar so I can see what's going on.
Oh. Oh. Red hat. Oh. I take that. I was about to say red.
He's got a lot of people, huh?
I was about to say he doesn't have that many
Low
units,
power.
but now he has a lot of units.
Yes, he does.
I mean, it's a god. It's a CPU, right? Or is it?
These guys need help. Get all these online, and then once you're done with that, let's build another.
Tech 2 unit ready. Your team reached Tech 2.
Help a lot.
Actual person.
Oh crap! Would it be cheating if I paused the game against an actual person? I don't think you can against an actual person. That helped. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I wonder if there's an app for members.
No, that would be cool. All right.
Tech 2 unit spotted.
Uh-oh. They have type 2 now. That's not good.
Radar lost.
We need to hurry.
Radar lost.
People that can fight.
Metal
Fight.
extractor lost. Base under
Whoa.
attack.
I didn't know it's something more. There's guys right there.
Reclaim. Yeah, we gotta get 2 monitors if we're gonna do this.
It doesn't look good. The wires don't look good.
No, I know, it's because of the TV.
The old one still look good.
It did look better.
Commander under attack.
So let's get
It's
it.
a little farmed out. Which one is it? This is like the old TV. I say we go buy one.
We probably should. Because I'm trying to eliminate
Low
reasons that I don't stream. And not having...
Commander under attack.
Just one today.
Oh. Is this gonna be your second? Or is this your first?
This is my first. So I'm bringing back that other commander. That could be helpful. See if I can send these guys up into here. Come on. Come on now. Send these 2 guys into here.
Metal extractor lost. Commander under attack.
Reclaim. This metal.
Commander
Boy,
taking
this could
heavy
be it.
damage.
Got him. Dummy, kill him first. Dummy, 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 dummy. Okay. Yo, is that the real guy? Blow him up.
He's not. That's not my.
I don't think that's really him. I think it's a decoy. Yep, it was. It's alright if we take that hill.
How do you make decoys?
You just build them. I never really feel like they're worth it.
It's not. What can I do?
What can they do?
Yeah.
They just make people think it's a commander.
It's not.
I've been fighting uphill battles this whole game.
Commander under attack.
What?
Low power. Commander taking heavy damage.
Ah, man.
Enemy commander destroyed.
Yep, we lost. Oh well, that's okay. The dude abides. And we had all kinds of things working against us. So, we'll get him next time. Right? Yeah, but what?
Green was at the bottom like the whole time.
I know. Green didn't help us much, did they?
No. So it's not exactly your fault.
Well, that's our coffee stream. That's the fun
Coffee?
stream for the morning where I drink coffee. And I think I'm going to play. I may try that same map one more time.
What?
Because I still have coffee to drink. And just reshare the game and see if that works. Because this does not feel good. What is going on here? This.
Can you turn off the window now?
Huh? What do you mean?
Does it still have the window on?
So let's close the game completely.
How do you don't want to play the game anymore?
Baby bear. I do want to play the game.
Oh, I thought you meant like close.
I'm going to close out of it.
Oh.
So hopefully it'll work. And let's do away with these like extra desktops. XX. Now, let's do Beyond All Reason. Start. Skirmish. Skirmish. And I do want to play in full screen.
So you don't want the mouse? Oh, you do want the mouse.
Let's see if it works. We'll do remove, change map. I want to go back to that map we were playing. I don't like letting it beat me. It was the fact that my game didn't work correctly, Molly.
Oh.
The fact that I couldn't look down. It was the fact there was a lot going on. This was the map.
How could you not look down?
Sweetie, you saw when I put the mouse at the bottom, it didn't go down. I had to use the key, and that completely threw me off. Let's make it, yeah, I'll keep it like that. I like kill all builders. That's the most fun way to win. Killing everything's fun, but there's usually like some little, yeah, this is the coffee stream. Absolutely. Till the pot's gone. We got 10 cups we're drinking here. All right. Before I share this, I'm going to make sure the up and down thing works.
Please choose
And
your
it
starting
does.
location.
Just needed to restart the game. We're going to start where we started last time. And we'll go over here to Streamlabs and make sure it looks good. We're still going. It appears to work. So, I think we're all right. Okay. I'm gonna try to listen to that video that I was listening to, if I can make that work.
You know, I was in the trenches, you know, just helping people try to understand fractional reserve banking and how.
Ironically, at that time, I was like, get these hippies out of here. Like the Occupy Wall Street or the Occupy movement actually was very important. It was orchestrated like anything else, but such an important movement. And back then, I was still a TradFi guy.
I'm just gonna go out of it.
Out of here,
and
you know.
Reload it
I
completely.
wasn't where you were in your journey, so this is fascinating for me to hear.
Yeah. And after that presentation,
watch on here and make sure it works, because it works as soon as I bring it up.
That was launched,
but it does not work when I go out of it and go back into it.
And he tried to create a bank, and it was called Bank on Dave. And he was like your very typical Manchester northerner, not a banker. He said, all I want to do is create a bank where like the local fish and chip shop can get a loan, you know. And he was like, and I just want people, the person on the street, you know, to get a mortgage and be a shareholder, and, you know, talking about these different types of
never gonna make it in the banking business, kid.
Yeah, you know, he wanted to just reinvent banking for the people, by the people, and right. You know, and it inspired me. So my wife, who also, she worked at Barclays Bank, and she left, and I left, and then Lehman Brothers blew up, and then we decided. She said to me, "Look, Simon, why don't we just create a non-fractional reserve bank?"
Am I still on?
And so I was
Looks like it.
Can we do that?
Okay.
You know, you go through your, is that possible? I
just want to win.
Your insecurities come out.
And my mouse has disappeared. What
is that really
in the
something
world
we can do?
Going on? It has something
and
to
he
do.
inspired me. And so, you know, we were speaking at Parliament, and there was something called the Vickers Report, which was the investigation into the financial crisis. And they papered over all the issues. They never talked about fractional reserve. They never talked about money creation, credit creation.
I'm
it
gonna
was
ask
really
the smarty
just,
pants
it was
AI
because the credit
once
rating
and just
agencies did this, and because the government didn't bail us out quick enough, and, you know, just your real basic understanding of how to steal money from the taxpayer.
100%.
Yeah. And so I just got bored of speaking to politicians, and every time I went and spoke, at this time, I remember, like, I got to meet Boris Johnson. He was mayor of London at the time.
Oh, jeez.
You know, as deep state as it gets. He wasn't prime minister then, and I was very ignorant. I thought, like, politicians worked for people at this time.
Me too.
I thought they cared about the country, and I thought, if you can just sit down with a politician, you can change all the banking system.
You can change the world. They all want to change the world and make it better for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd give this whole presentation to Boris Johnson about how the banking system works. And,
options, video,
you know,
screen mode, realize, borderless, windowed.
Turns out that they work for the banks as well. The politicians work for the banks. And the Bank of England is owned by the banks.
Yep.
And the universities are teaching the bank's syllabus. And you just suddenly realize, like, you know, that media and the description of it, the credit rating agencies, they're owned by the banks. And those mortgage-backed securities, they were pounds that were created by the bank.
Yep.
And then they were packaged up by the investment bank, and they were sold to my pension.
You can see my cursor,
which was
but I can't.
My money that I got from these and you just realize, wow, like this isn't a conspiracy theory. Banks do rule the world.
Yep.
They get to create the bound, they get to manage the money at the asset management level.
They collect all the fees.
Companies through private equity.
Yeah, I can see it on the stream,
into public
but I can't see
and they just get to productize
on my game.
The whole ecosystem,
that is maddening.
Of this whole thing.
Okay.
So to your bank,
let's
did you launch this bank?
Yeah, so then we came up with the name, which was Bank to the Future.
Viewers
we went and managed to get a meeting with the regulators.
But I cannot.
And what we wanted to do was create a non-fractional reserve bank. And so if you look at my early YouTube videos, I would really love to have sat into that meeting.
Hardware cursor in full screen with capture software.
Yeah. But I was interviewing all of these social bankers and peer-to-peer lenders. In 2006, we had like a bit of a technical, a lot of the technology of peer-to-peer lending and stuff.
I gotta go into
before it
the
came
game
to the US.
settings.
And so a company called Zopa was there, and I met a guy called Mike Harris that turned the first internet bank called Egg, and first
let's try it.
First telephone bank, and I met the person
if I can make it work,
and managed to persuade her to come on my board. And she had secured the banking license.
So we're gonna go into
an American bank.
This thing says
to, for the first time in 100 years,
settings.cfg.
Bank of England.
Open settings.cfg in documents.
She just agreed to come on our board because she was part of this monetary reform community.
Beyond all
and she was really on board the mission. She wasn't your traditional banker, of course. But she kind of gave us the credibility to try and get the banking license.
Annoying.
Also part of the entrepreneurial journey you need.
You'd think it would just be fun. Like you just hit live and have fun and talk to people, and it is fun. Buddha loves 16. It's fun to talk to you, but it's making playing this game difficult. Open CFG in documents beyond all reason. That file isn't in documents / beyond all reason. I don't have the Steam version. App data roaming beyond all reason. That's probably it. Users, me, app data. It's not in there. It's going to be the digging through things. Fun time. This is crazy. I'm gonna search all of it. Search my whole computer for this file. App data is hidden by default. You're doing it like a Mac. View, show, hidden items. App data, sure enough. Beyond all reason. Well, we're getting somewhere now. What does this say? Local. Is it app data Local or roaming? Okay. What is the file I'm looking for? Settings.lua. Okay. It's not in that, so maybe it's in local. Beyond all reason. It's not that. Is it preferences? No. Oh man. Nope. I'm about to give up. I'm very close to giving up. Engine bar settings.cfg. Engine bar settings.cfg. Settings.cfg. When you look for that, what is local state? Open with notepad. I don't think that's it. Oh, awesome. Well, I just exited out of everything. All right. Dump stack. Nope. I'm gonna try program data. That's not it. That's not it. I'm just gonna look through each one of these folders. There's nothing in that. Cache data, nothing in that. Code cache, nothing in that. Nothing in that. Nothing in that. GPU cache, nothing in that. Local storage, there's nothing in that. Network, nothing in that. Session storage, nothing in that. Cache, nope. It is not here. The file you were telling me to find is not there. I don't have Steam. Using the software cursor, no digging through. Engine bar settings. Let's try the old internet. Mouse cursor disappearing in game when Streamlabs beyond all reason. When you open up the source settings, do you have show cursor box ticked? Okay. Messes up when I have a music player open. Okay. I'm just going to try one more time. See what happens. Let's go with this. And let's open. I feel like you shouldn't even have to say, like, show. I can see the cursor on the stream. I'm on the map. That's not the map I want. Can't remember the name of it. Let's do this. I think we're good. I'm gonna kill everything. If I get this to work, I'm gonna kill everything. Go. Please work. Please work. Can I hear myself? I think we're good. Yep.
Please choose your starting location.
And my mouse disappeared. Unbelievable. How is that possible? I'm in windowed mode. This is infuriating. What if I go into Streamlabs and I turn off this and then I try to go back in here? That worked. It just doesn't like having the window capture on. That is what is throwing it off. Which is kind of the whole point I did this, but I can work around it next time, I guess. I think if I just play it, then you'll probably still be able to hear it. Let's see if you can still hear it.
Battle started.
Without showing it on screen.
Need credibility on your board to be able to advance further.
Right,
Totally
I'm
makes sense. This is such an interesting story. I've never heard this before. So continue. I'm going to keep
I've
interrupting you
told it
though.
before in its full journey as well. And it will all become relevant because this helps me explain my thesis of how I follow the money today. It's all from this experience.
Low power.
But yeah, so what happened? So my wife became the co-founder. She had the retail banking background. I had the investment banking background. And we had Fiona Brownsall that created the bank. And we put a bunch of professionals and advisors together. We managed to get our funding. And so we sat down and got a meeting and applied for a license, and she helped us make the application. And so we went and sat down with the regulator in the UK and got a meeting with the Bank of England. And they gave us some conditions. And the first thing they said, I'll never forget this for the rest of my life.
I haven't seen one battle after another. Drew,
is it
a
my
movie?
wife and said, "You're not the normal type of person we would regulate." Like they were that blunt. Like they actually said that, and I was like, okay, that's a good way to start.
Wow.
And I said, right, here's our business model. What we want to do, right, is we want everybody to own their own money in custody.
Honest is honest.
Yeah. And we don't want to lever up. We just want to charge a fee for holding their funds. And we want to do it where we can't dictate the flow of where their money goes. We want to do it where they decide where their money goes. You know, and we want a direct account with the Bank of England so that their funds are secure. And it's full reserve. And they said, well, you know, after the application, basically, I still got the letters. They said, right, the first thing you need to do is you need to deposit £60 million in the Bank of England to get this application
Enemy
moving.
units detected.
I was like, okay, I don't have £60 million. And then they said, you can have full reserves, but only if you build on top of a fractional reserve bank. And so I was like, okay, so you've got to build on top of Barclays. Here's the 4 banks you can use. Here's, you know, and you can go to them and try and get them to give you permission. If they give you permission that you can build on top of their bank and you put 60 million in here, then you can proceed, but you can't have full reserves. They need to have the reserves and they'll fractionally reserve the money. And so I was like, okay, so it's absolutely impossible to do non-fractional.
And they're immediately creating the exact opposite of what you wanted to create. It's just layered in a way. So it's still fractional reserve with you become the front man for full reserve, but they're fractionally reserving your reserves in the background. That's what they intended to do.
Exactly. It's a bit like a shitcoin, right? A decentralized wrapper on top of a centralized shitcoin, right?
Yeah.
You're basically putting a fractional reserve label on top of a full reserve label on a fractional reserve bank, and deeply deceptive. And it turned out that the regulator wasn't the regulator; the banks were the regulator. So they outsourced our decision to me being able
Paul
to
Thomas Anderson. I thought you said
Parent
Teacher Association.
Their infrastructure, and of course they wouldn't allow us to build on their infrastructure.
Took me a second.
Now at this time,
no, I like Paul Thomas Anderson a lot, so I'll definitely check that out.
We've spent all of our money. You know, we went from investment banking and being a collateralized debt obligation, catching up with the Joneses, to giving presentations, to trying to figure out how to raise 60 million to deposit at the Bank of England so that a bank could tell us that we can't be a bank. You know, at this time.
Makes perfect sense. Perfect journey.
So I decided to write a book. And so I truly believe, and I reckon you do this, Eric, that when you really want to learn something, learn it to teach.
Yes.
And when you have to teach it, you have to not be an idiot, and you have to know your subject. And so in order to not look like an idiot, you really go deep into your topic, and you don't want to be caught off guard. So you start going down, you know, really deep into the topic. So I started reading Bank Charter Act of 1694 papers on the Bank of England that were written in almost Shakespearean language, and you know, and then I'd go further back to the Swedish central bank, and then I'd go further forward to the Napoleonic French central bank.
Oh, you're looking behind me. Where is that? Behind me, you're looking at a Geneva Bible from 1560. So like, yeah, I understand the journey where you go through it and you're looking at stuff. You're going, is this how people used to talk? And by the way, third graders used to talk like this. Now we talk like idiots with emojis. It's just fascinating to do the journey. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What a great,
absolutely.
Thanks for adding that.
So
that was great.
I would read, like, in order to write the book, I wanted to make sure that I really understood the history of central banking and all the different technologies. And so I went really deep. I remember giving a presentation, and I filmed all of this. This is all on my YouTube. I'd give presentations, teach it, and then put it in the book.
While you're broke at this time. You guys have
broke. Yeah,
completely broke.
I mean, beyond broke. I think I got fooled into the mortgage trap. Every bit of money I could put together went to paying interest on my mortgage. I barely had enough to, I'm in debt. Every month is about, I want to do this mission, but every month I got to figure out how to pay my interest.
Yep.
We went through, we were on the journey. My wife gave up her job. I gave up my job. We were all in.
I'm not going to have much fun with this one. I'm just going to try to beat this as quick as possible.
I remember I presented
so I can go to the bathroom.
a conference. I talked about Richard Warner.
Coffee's hitting me. I need to fill up. Hang on.
And the organization was someone that worked for me, a guy called Ben Dyson, created an organization called Positive Money. And Positive Money became...
Okay. Hang on a second.
Battle paused.
Still got just a little bit. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. We almost got it. Down to just that much. We did 10 cups. Right there. Sophie, are your headphones okay? Okay, good. She's so cute. Wanted you guys to see your headphones, but all right, back to the game. And I'll tab, baby, I'll tab.
Battle resumed. Units under attack.
Uh-oh. You know what? I kind of did like listen to that guy. You might also like Eddington, the newest Ari Aster flick. I'm gonna take a picture of these, Drew. You got good taste, so I'll check them out, man. It's crazy. I've taught 8 years, Drew. It seems like yesterday you were in my class. This guy, that is not good. That is not good. Let's defend before we go crazy here. I'm getting a little too big for my britches. Okay. That's a good idea right there. I may help you build that real quick.
Commander under attack.
You guys hang out right here. I do kind of like listening to this guy.
Essentially the precursor for central bank digital currencies.
This is working out okay.
It's very interesting because he left our company and we were, you know, all about monetary reform. And we spoke at this conference. It was Ben Dyson, myself, and Richard
Alt-tab is the
Richard Werner went down the whole
I wish I had a volume thing on my keyboard.
Right before the conference, I got a message on Facebook. And this message came from a guy called Johnny Bitcoin. And this is around about, this is January.
Totally credible name. You're like, this guy sounds legit. Yeah.
But I knew him from the conference. So I looked at his message. And this message said it was, I think it was January 2011, if I remember correctly, or maybe it was earlier. And it said, "Hey, Simon, I've sold my house and I've moved into a squat on Old Street with these developers that are working on a project called Bitcoin. And I've sold my house, I've sold all of it, and I put it all in Bitcoin." And I was like, what is Bitcoin? And he goes, check out this link. And then it linked to an article, one of the first ever articles on what Bitcoin was. And I was writing my book. So I was like, all right, yeah. So there is a way to create a non-fractional reserve bank. Maybe I don't need Barclays technology. Maybe this will save my company. Maybe I can like build a whole thing on Bitcoin. And so I went deep into it. Now, because I was trying to build a bank and I've been rejected and I was deep in debt.
Get this thing done.
When I read Bitcoin, I came at it not from the perspective of, is this a scam to make money out of? Could this provide the technology for us to build a non-fractional reserve bank? And so when I analyzed it from that perspective, I was writing the book and I realized I was teaching people about banking. I said, there's 3 things you don't know about banking. 1, when you deposit your money at a bank, the bank becomes the legal owner of your money.
Yep.
It's theirs. When when they become the legal owner of your money, they decide how to spend it. They can lever it up. They can push it into real estate. They can use it to invest in bonds. They can use it as collateral. So you're not spending your money. You've got like this digital representation, but they're spending your actual money, And the third thing was that every time you borrow money from a bank, they create a digital currency. And interest is to be repaid.
Under attack.
But the interest to repay doesn't exist.
Right.
And so they have to keep creating more and more pounds in order to create more and more interest so that others can repay the debt and roll over. So I said, it's a Ponzi scheme. You can't, they become the legal owner of the money, they spend the money, and they create money every time they issue a loan. And that is the money supply. And 97% of all the money is created as a digital currency by a bank as a debt.
Yep.
And so I looked at the Bitcoin white paper and I looked at this article and I said, right, Bitcoin allows you to own your own money. Interesting. It allows you to spend your own money. Interesting. Once you've created it.
Unit
and
lost.
There's no monetary policy. Well, the monetary policy is fixed. There's only ever 21 million. So this is the antithesis of a bank. And so, that was the journey. And so I included Bitcoin. I started looking at all the different Cassius coins, paper wallet. They started to create Bitcoin terminals by all the CoinKite and these different companies, and BitPay came along, and Mt. Gox came along, and Roger Ver was investing in BitInstant, and blockchain.info created a wallet where we felt we were our own bank, and all these different things came along, and then Coinbase came along, and I was like, okay, this is it.
The revolution's here.
Yes, and so we started, and it was only because of that background that I was willing to not rule it out as a Ponzi scheme and a scam, because we looked at it from a technical perspective, whether we could build a bank on it. and
then
so
you eventually realize you actually don't need to build a bank on it. It is a bank.
Yeah, so that's where we went through. So we said, right, Johnny Bitcoin said, hey, Simon,
I'm getting bored.
The guy that I'm in the squat with was a guy called Amir Taki. And he was building from, contributing to Bitcoin core code. And they were working on privacy initiatives and various other things. And he said, we're going to do a conference in Prague. And this is November 2011. And he invited me to speak at the conference in Prague. And we managed to persuade like Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert to come.
Of course.
Because they, a guy called John Matonis told Max Kaiser about Bitcoin and then unveiled it on the Kaiser report. And the BBC interviewed Amir Taki, the worst interview you've ever seen. He was like, do you know what's amazing about Bitcoin? This, I swear, no joke.
I've seen this, yeah.
He was like, you can do money laundering, you can buy drugs, and there's nothing the government can do about it. And the BBC loved it, and they went into his crack den with all these drugged up people, and that was really the Bitcoin conference. So we ended up in Prague, and there was about 50 people in the room, a bunch of degenerate anarchists, cypherpunks. I was kind of the respectable finance guy.
Yeah, I can imagine fit into that early room at all. Yeah.
But obviously I wore a jacket, but then I'd have my t-shirt and jeans, and then I'd wear some smart dress shoes, and I didn't fit in at all, really. But then, it was sponsored by Mt. Gox. There was a guy called Tony Galippi there who was pitching the PayPal of banking called BitPay. And we had a meeting about creating MOIP, money over IP, and all these weird ideas. And there was the Trezor people there. They had a little innovation lab, it was just a group of people. I bought my first Bitcoin at $3. It was a Cassius coin, 5 Bitcoin on a Cassius coin, a physical coin. Just really YOLO'd into the community at that point. Those Bitcoins that we invested in, so during the conference, the price of Bitcoin crashed on Mt. Gox from $30 to $3. So it was a 90% correction. But you know what? No one cared. Like,
I got to pause right here. I got to pause right here. I don't know if you can hear that. That is a tornado alarm in my backyard. Can you hear that?
I can't hear it, no.
Oh, it's 12 p.m. here, so that's probably a test. All right, we'll edit that out. But yeah, I live in Texas,
cool.
so in North
probably
Texas,
the real
so
one.
when you hear tornado alarms.
Let's take him out.
Sorry about that. It's 12 p.m., so it must be a monthly test. My apologies.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so no one cared about the price. You know, we were there for the technology. We were there for creating money that we could spend. You know, money that was censorship resistant. You know, and all these different types of ideology. It was us versus the banks. We were there to take down the banks. You know, we were there to. It was really that kind of mission. And if the price crashed, who cares? Like,
Right.
one cared.
What did it crash to? Is that 3? But it because it went down to like $1.20.
$30 to $3, 90% correction, like around the time of the conference.
The crazy early days.
Excuse me.
So that's where the price crash at conference times comes from. The first conference, there was a 90% correction. Now it happens every conference and now there's like a million conferences too, and they're all corporate Johnnies. I wish I could go back to the one you went to be honest with you.
Yeah, but after the conference, there was like there would be this little paper trail where you would get an SMS text message, and it would give you a coordinate code, and then you go to a different part of Prague.
Sick of wind.
And then once you got there, you'd get another message, and then eventually you'd end up in this what I can only describe as a crack den, really. You know, it was I'm in Prague, like we're broke. Hey, by the way, this was our last money. Like, I almost didn't go to the conference, but my wife said we got to go, and she took our last bit of credit card debt, paid for the flight, stayed in a shitty hotel, and she's, you know, she had the intuition that we need to be going to this. Like, we almost didn't go. Yeah.
Wives are good
and
like
that
that.
was our last bit of money. We couldn't afford to go.
And you ended up in a crack den wearing nice shoes, a sport coat with your wife.
Stream.
Exactly. And somebody had hacked together a Bitcoin vending machine. And so I bought a Mars bar for 1 Bitcoin.
It's the chat updates whether I play the video or not. So that's cool.
Most expensive Mars bar in history, and they're not even that good. Mars bars aren't even worth it, guys. They're not that good.
And there were a bunch in the hackathon. There were a bunch of people with hoodies, and a couple had anonymous marks, and they were coding. It's like literally your what was that film? Dr. Robot type of you know,
Mr. Robot. Great show. And Mr. Robot talked about Bitcoin, and I imagine that was like a precursor to the Larry Fink at some point in time.
We may not even get to level 2, but we are going to win.
Bitcoin. You need eCoin.
Yeah. So, you know, and and then we kind of built my investment thesis, which was any money we get, buy a bit of Bitcoin each month. That worked out very well. And when it worked out very well, eventually we hit the point where I was able to pay off all my father's debt. You know, he had a mortgage. I spent a bunch of Bitcoin in order to repay his debt, but it was important to me at the time.
Sure.
And then we started investing in companies. So we invested in BitPay and many different companies in the ecosystem.
Go through some of the companies that you're a current investor in or have been an investor in, because it's just just about everything. Really.
So we made we made about 100 different investments.
Give them a chance
we created,
to do it.
So
I don't care about getting to level 2.
Kraken,
I just want to win.
Circle, Abra, Bitstamp, Bitfinex, Ripple Labs. What else is in blockchain.info? Coinbase, and Exodus, they just went public. Most of the major companies that made the industry.
Unfortunately, Celsius as well. You're one of the few people that will address that.
Yeah, 2020 we invested in Celsius with Tether, Bitfinex, various other ones over the time. What we decided to do was pivot the business at Bank to the Future and said, right, if Bitcoin's the bank and Bitcoin achieves it, then why don't we just support the ecosystem? I can't get a banking license, but we did get a securities license. And so we got a broker dealer in the UK and we were able to have other people co-invest. And some people would invest with Bitcoin, and we started earning Bitcoin revenue, and we built a Bitcoin treasury company, basically. We would keep, people could invest in either pounds, dollars, euros, or Bitcoin. Whenever we received Bitcoin revenue, we kept it. But whenever we received fiat revenue, we used it to manage our operations. And we managed to just always keep the company lean enough where we never had to sell the Bitcoin, and only employ enough where we could manage those people with our fiat currency without having to raise finance from external investors. And so it wasn't able to influence the direction of the company. And so we made some wild decisions, like, where some of our, a bunch of the investors became shareholders in us. So, and some of them were like, yeah, I don't know. We were trying to create a Bitcoin VC fund. We did a Bitcoin mining backed security. And the regulators back then, they gave us a securities license, but they didn't know we were doing stuff with Bitcoin, because the only reason we got the license is because we were doing stuff with securities.
Right.
And we said, yeah, they're investing with Bitcoin, but that's just a payment. They're not buying Bitcoin. They're buying a security that's backed by Bitcoin mining.
Is that the last one?
They started to ask a lot more questions about that.
Yeah.
I'm going through that right now.
Yeah, and then as that went through, we started raising finance for more and more companies. Eric Voorhees did Shapeshift, and we had all these different...
Cool. Well, guys, that was fun. Let's look at our... We won on energy produced, not metal produced, metal used. He used my metal is my guess. Yeah. Anyway, fun. Team Delta stats. I have no idea what that is, but almost done with the coffee. We're gonna call it. Normally, if I was self-employed and doing YouTube for my career, which I would, if I made $100 million, I would do this every day. Mainly to lead up to, I think this is just kind of the hook. You want to get a good look at me like this in the morning. It'll help motivate you, inspire you for the day. But yeah, do this until the coffee pot's gone. And then go hop on the Mac and start doing audiobooks and political commentary streams. That's what I would do. I would probably do an hour of each of those and then edit for an hour. And then I'm going to go be a dad and enjoy my life. I got to go. Dad, if you watch this, I'm going to have to go make your appointment for you. My dad desperately needs to go to the doctor, and he's like, gotta fix my transmission first. No. Got to get your heart checked out and get you fixed up. But that's my priority today. And then we're going to do a zone 5 on the exercise bike in between. I'm hoping I can catch up on my daily streams. I want to do Great Books of the Western World. I should have done that last night. I didn't. There's no should. I played Metroid Prime 4. That was fun. I could play that on stream. Why am I not doing that? I don't know why, but I could. This is just my favorite. Like, it's kind of like Fortnite. Like, it's very calming to me to just build my little army and win. My favorite thing to do while I'm drinking coffee. Fortnite requires 2 hands. This one is more of a one. So yeah. Yeah. That's what I would do. I'd do it every day and try to build this thing. And if I didn't build it, that'd be fine too. If nobody comes, if you build it, they will come. And if they don't, at least I tried. That's all that matters. When I die, I'll be like, I tried. I wasn't scared to get on there in my bathrobe and do the dude abides. I meant to say last night about why I put on my audiobooks the cross with the hammer and sickle, and then I went off on Marxism, Leninism, but on the Epstein book, people had been like, why don't you put the Jewish, like, Israel Star of David. And I was like, because I don't really want that on my videos. Kind of creeps me out a little bit. The hammer and sickle cross, that don't creep me out at all. That's cool. That's based. That's what I want to spread. Not so much the other one. Anyway, love everybody. Say some Jews I like. Max Blumenthal. Used to like Noam Chomsky until you showed up in those Epstein files. It's kind of weird. Let's go with Max Blumenthal. Katie Halper. The Do Dissidents boys seem cool. That'll do it. Thank you for stopping by. I would say in the description there's ways to support my channel, but I don't think those are the normal ones. But you can find it on my channel description. No, but I hate people talking about that. I'm like, I'm not going to tell people that anymore. And people know. You got to tell people. I hate people who are like, even the Duran were doing that. I don't hate the Duran. I don't hate Alex Christofaru or Makuras, but you guys really got to tell me to like your video? Really? Everybody knows this. I mean, I guess if you forget, I guess. Helps in the algorithm, they say. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we kind of figured out how to set it up. I can set the chat up. I can set things up on here. It's kind of cool. So I think we're good. Hey, bro. Low lighting. Keep going, my boy. I got great faith. You are the dude. I'm gonna like that, man. Thank you so much. I set up on Streamlabs because I put in that Streamlabs link. I don't know if you did that on Streamlabs or on YouTube. If you did it on YouTube, it goes in my YouTube account, which at this point, I'm getting paid out on YouTube about every other month. You got to make $100 to get paid out on YouTube. So I'm making $50 a month on my YouTube. About 50 on my Patreon, though. I got some good friends on there. A guy in Germany and a guy in, I think, North Carolina. Two cool dudes supported me a really long time. Other people have supported here and there. If you build it, they will come. And I don't know, man. That's awesome. Low lighting. I'm going to sub to you, dude. Thank you so much. Just here to have a good time. You the man, dude. Appreciate it. Anyway, love you guys. Have a great day. Hope I inspire.